big question is, have interest rates peaked? This is Ben Larson with Engel and Völkers, and today I brought in Michelle Malura, our lender from Cross Country Mortgage, to fill us in on that. So Michelle, we all, or a lot of us, heard a big announcement last week about rates. Can you give us an idea what really that means for us and the different, explain that for us a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So last week, a lot of people heard on Thursday and Friday that we had the single largest rate drop in a day. I think the market dropped around 200 basis points, which is significant. And what that meant in rates is I saw rates to the consumers drop by around 0.5%, give or take, depending on the person and the loan program. So that was huge. Great news for buyers that have been disappointed with how rates have moved upward over the last several months. The reason we saw that happen was because the inflation numbers came out on Thursday better than expected. So that really,
Yeah, that's good. It's a good thing, right? From what we've been seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the inflation numbers came in significantly lower than what we were expecting, caused the rate drop Thursday, Friday, and then today, Monday, we kind of have seen a little bit of a shift back just due to some other economic announcements that happened today. So it'll be interesting to see if this is like the first domino of seeing rates truly start to come down and trend down, which is what, of course, we're all hoping for.
Yeah, it's nice to see them go, this direction rather than the way it's been going. But of course, we have to see how it plays out. And I think what I tell people, and it's good to see a little bit of a drop. And what I'm telling buyers is right now, if they can afford something, they find the right home. Inventory is still incredibly low. So if a good right home comes up, we don't know when it's going to come up again, because there's just not that much coming on the market. So I think with some of the other great programs that you have where they can lock in something much lower initially, and then hopefully rates will continue to trend down. We have to see how that plays out. Then sometime down the road they can refi, but they can get in right now when there's a little more flexibility on the seller's end, and you'll be able to make an offer with decent terms and not have to be so crazy competitive, which I think when that turns and the rates do come down and people see it's going to continue to happen, I think it's going to turn quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's back to kind of that saying we said a long time ago when the rates started going up. It was that date the rate, marry the home.
Right.
So everyone still, the consensus is that we still believe rates are going to be in the sub 5% range sometime next year. A lot of people are predicting second quarter of next year. And the next rate hike will happen in December. And interestingly enough, the CPI numbers will come out the day before the Feds meet to make decisions on short-term rates. So initially they had said there was going to be a 75 basis point rate increase. Then over the last month, we heard them say they think it might be taken back to 50 basis points. And now, after what happened last week, there's even people saying maybe they'll only raise rates 25 basis points instead of 50. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these inflation numbers start to trend. It'll definitely impact what the Feds do with rates. And the reason that matters, Ben, to home buyers is it affects their affordability.
Right.
So a lot of buyers got priced out of kind of the homes that they were tracking and that they liked when rates went up. For some people, it made those homes no longer affordable. And as rates trend down, it can make those homes affordable again to some buyers that were priced out because of the higher rates. So, this can be very exciting news for some people.
Yeah, that's a great point, because also, and we talked about this in the meeting we had earlier, the past couple of years, buyers they had to look at things that were below what they were approved for because everything was getting bid up.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking to my clients about actually looking at homes that are over what they're approved for because there is some flexibility and they can negotiate. So it's different, and that definitely helps. Every bit that rates drop, just increases what they can go up to.
Yeah, it's there's so many factors that come into play, but this is a huge one.
Mhm,
Rates
right.
trending down are really gonna be a positive impact for buyers.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. Well, big question is, have interest rates peaked? That is something we will have to wait and find out, right? I'm sure hoping so, because we could use rates to come down a little bit lower. So, all right. Well, Michelle Malura from Cross Country Mortgage, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Ben Larson with Engel Völkers. And as always, depends on your situation how all this applies to you. So reach out to your mortgage or real estate professional and start the conversation there. Thanks, everybody.